Yes, this is a true story that literally just happened. And yeah, I got scammed out of $1,000.
And there's a new scam.
Scam.
Online scammers.
Scam.
Scammers. Scams.
Scam.
Scam.
Scams. Newest scam.
It's December 1st, I'm browsing Craigslist looking for some vintage or classic stuff, and I find an unbelievable deal on a Roland Juno 60 about 5 hours from me. Hold up. What's up, everyone? Editing Matt here. I make all the content for this guy. Did you hear what he just said? An unbelievable deal. Come on, it's literally like the first sign of a scam. Let's continue the story. So I reach out, it's a 10-hour round-trip drive for me, and they weren't planning to come to my area anytime soon. So they asked if I'd be open to shipping, and they'd fire up the Juno just to verify its condition. Okay, I'm gonna pause you again here, and I think we need to start counting all of the flags since you are clearly missing every single one. First, an unbelievable deal. Second, they're literally asking about shipping in the first email. But please, go on. Now, I said I'd be open to shipping as long as we could do it in a way that would protect us both, such as PayPal. And while I was at it, I asked about any other vintage gear they might have. This is how they replied.
PayPal offers protection, yeah. Personally, I use Zelle, but no problem. PayPal works if that makes you comfortable. Are you a fan of the OP-1 field? Also, I've got a Space Echo RE201 in particular. Won't be surprised if you already have one. Almost everyone does, haha.
Okay, so I'm thinking RE201 and a Juno. That's dope. Maybe they'll make me a bundle deal. I asked and kind of poked at why they were selling the gear, just trying to see who we were working with here. We negotiate and come to an agreement of $22.50 for both of them shipped. They asked for my email address so they could send me some videos of the gear. This is what they sent. Stop the video. That Juno is not the same one that's in the listing photos. Under the arpeggio settings, there should be the TubeUTech manual sticker for changing the polyphony, and it's not on there, but you didn't notice because, well, you're getting emotionally attached, but go on. So I asked for a more detailed video to see, the individual keys being played, the sliders being used, and they said that's basically what I did. So they sent some photos of the Space Echo and a video of it being used. At this point, I'm distracted with the Space Echo, so let's move on to that video. Things are looking legit here. The backdrop matches the photos, there's no red tablecloth, but it was shown in pretty good detail and I was ready to move forward and get my hands on some analog gear. New day, they hit me back with this email.
Sad to break it to you, but a friend of mine came by my place yesterday and it looks like he wants to grab the Juno. If only you had bought it yesterday. But hey, I just need the green light from him so it could still be available later on. Hopes not lost, not yet, haha.
Flag it. Hold up. This is a tactic used to create a sense of urgency. The scammer will basically just feed you information to rush you and move it along, so that way you'll bypass all your internal security measures and they can get the deal done. I mentioned we already made a deal, and of course, quickly, they hit me back and said they actually gave their friend a Jupiter 6 a while back. So if I'm good for it, we can move forward. They will wrap the Juno up, and they sent this picture. I say, let's do it in PayPal in case something happens with shipping, and I asked for their PayPal email. They went back and forth with me on wanting to use Zelle, and I clarified that I would only do it through PayPal. I explained how buyer's protection works, and after a few emails, they had to use their wife's PayPal account. I don't know, but they sent over a scan code and the PayPal email stating they are ready to ship immediately and will send a receipt with the tracking number. This next email should have made me stop, but I figured, you know what? PayPal will back me up. Let's do it.
More importantly, please send without writing anything in the notes/description. Just go on to use the goods and services protection, but you can leave the notes empty. Thanks and God bless. Hey, I had to refund the payment. The PayPal account got temporarily disabled due to some reasons which I'm still trying to understand, so I couldn't ship the item.
I wonder what could have disabled their PayPal account. Don't you? Anyway, 4 days later, I get my refund that I had to request from PayPal because they couldn't refund me. I let them know I was refunded, and they said,
"Good morning there. I'm happy you got the money back. I kept my side of the deal and still held on to both items. When are you looking to Zelle the payment so I could finally ship them?"
Flag, again, pushing Zelle away for you to pay without getting any of your money back. I again mentioned how I am not comfortable zelling money to anyone. I said we could try something like escrow.com or another marketplace like eBay or Reverb, and they suggested they would ship both items to me if I gave them half the money through Zelle, since we've come to trust each other so much. They then went on to saying that if they wanted to keep my money, they wouldn't be refunding it through PayPal, which, just to be clear, I had to request the refund. And if anyone would be at risk here, it's them losing the gear. At this point, I am done. I said if they aren't up for using a method that could provide protection for both the buyer and the seller, I'd have to look elsewhere. They then went on to pull the emotional cue. My wife is mad at me because her PayPal account is locked, and I was hoping to offer someone a great deal since I could use some money for the festive season. This right here is a pressure and guilt tactic. They do this to basically just make you feel bad for them and pressure you into sending more money. After this whole debacle, they get a bit defensive and say,
"At least I tried a secure platform with the purchase protection, but it failed and my account is blocked. Venmo Goods and Services is even way better."
All of a sudden, there is a glimmer of hope. Venmo Goods and Services. I would be protected and I could get my money back. Again, if something happens.
"Can we do the Venmo purchase protection $1,000 at a time? Just to be safe, the payment is good and won't be held or something."
Since we're flagging things, normally I would flag this. But recently I was renting a place, and if I sent more than $1,000 at a time, it would decline the payment. So knowing I would be protected, I said, let's do it. Okay, I'm done. They have literally pulled every single trick in the book, and you are still going. What are you doing? This right here is the most important part of not only this entire video, but also the scam. It's a part I didn't know that will hopefully protect you if this ever happens. The phone number. Once you type in the last 4 digits of their phone number, Venmo considers it a safe payment, and even if that box is checked for goods and services, it will be considered between friends, which essentially means you are f***ed. I instantly noticed that this was between friends. I hit up Venmo support. They said it has to be escalated. The payment has already been sent. There was nothing they could do. Fortunately, my bank started declining the payments after the first 1,000 was sent. So I told the seller we'd have to wait, and this was their reply.
"The first one came in successfully. I don't see any hold. I'm in no rush. How long would it take?"
Again, pushing urgency. I suggested that since they were originally okay with just a deposit, why don't they just ship me one piece of gear and then I would Zelle them the rest once it arrives.
"Well, it looks like there's no trouble on this end with your payment, so of course I'm fine with you paying the rest on delivery."
Just another flag here. You're getting emails at all times of the day. I mean, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 p.m. Don't you think it's a little bit sketch on when these emails are coming in? Okay, at this point, I knew it wasn't real. Well, I mean, I knew the whole time, but thought, what if, right? And either way, I'd be protected with how I sent my payments. So I thought, here's another tactic here to gain some sympathy and get you to send more money to them. Another Zelle request to send the remaining amount. I again present our terms of sending one piece of gear since I have basically paid in full for that one. So they actually responded. At this point, they know they have locked my 1K into their bank account and there's no way for me to get my money back. They push more pressure and guilt and attempt to get more money by saying,
I haven't shipped the gear, obviously. The Juno alone is selling for $1,200, but you only paid $1,000 for it. The Space Echo is way too good for the price you want me to sell it as well. If I have to send one of the items, you should at least pay for it in full so I can be comfortable on my end as well.
So, what have I learned here? 1, people suck, and they will take advantage of you if you let them. 2, if the deal is too good to be true, it is. Not, it probably is. It is. 3, don't ever send money over the internet. Even if you think that you've taken all the steps to protect yourself, just don't do it. 4, only use trusted sites, and even then, there's still a possibility that someone will just use their intelligence to rip you off instead of creating a better world. So yeah, this happened, and it sucked. But if this experience taught me anything, it's that sometimes the most valuable lessons come at a cost. While losing $1,000 was painful, gaining this knowledge about scams and sharing it might prevent others from falling into the same trap. And maybe in the end, that's worth something after all. Hit me with the like or sub for the algorithm. Stay tuned for more content coming out soon, and see you in the next one. We out. Hey guys, Editing Matt here again. End of the video. By the way, if we can get this video to 500,000 views, I would essentially recoup my $1,000 that I got scammed out of. So just saying, there's that. Also, by the way, do you know this guy has a music course called Full-Time Music Creator? It's, he describes it as a way to take you from 0 to 100 in music production. I mean, there's like mixing and mastering stuff, studio build stuff, discounts from like Isotope and Native Instruments and Baby Audio and all sorts of things. And right now it's a pretty good price. You should check it out. FulltimeMusicCreator.com. All right, get out of here.